I've always been just like a weird kid. Like ever since I learned how to speak, I just wasn't really like the other kids. I had normal quirks like superpowers or making up some scenarios in my head, but I still found a way to make these things odd. My pretend superpower wasn't like producing ice from my hand or fire breath. It was whenever I made this weird movement with my hands, I could control the time. So daytime would turn to nighttime and nighttime would turn to daytime. Now hear me out. As a kid, I really didn't like nighttime. So one time I had a dream where I did like this weird movement with my hand and then the sun came up. And I tried it again one night. I did the movement with my hand, and it was still nighttime. So I tried again, and still nighttime. So I just kind of went back to bed, questioning my abilities. As a kid, I was like always really guilty about almost everything. So when I did something wrong, I wouldn't like bolt out, hoping mom didn't see me. I would more go up to my mom and apologize over and over again. The same thing with school. I was about in kindergarten, and we had this rule where you have to raise your hand and ask to get up and go throw your lunch out if you finished it. So one day, I finished my lunch, and I'm like, I don't really feel like raising my hand. And then I went to go throw my lunch out, and then I just realized, oh my God, I didn't raise my hand. And then I went up to the lunch aide and said, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to throw it out. And then the lunch aide was like, is this kid okay? I'm not really sure how I remember this, but one time my mom was trying to potty train me and my dad. And I was on this chair and I peed on the chair. And instead of like crying, I just said sorry over and over again. And I had this like overwhelming guilt. And I think it was like to the point where I cried. I don't know. I have one more story. And it was when I was in daycare. The toilet had like a flush for number 1 and number 2. And one time I went number 1, but I pressed number 2. So I kind of just like walked out and I'm like, oh my God, I think I pressed the wrong button. And then the daycare lady had to go to the bathroom. And she was like, I think the toilet's clogged. So she came out and said, hey everybody, did you press the wrong flush because the toilet's clogged? And then I just started crying out of guilt. And then like my friends and stuff were like, hey, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much all the stories I have. So, bye.